So, carrots, parsnips, and red beet. Yeah, what's this all about then? So we're going to put all three of these together because, to be fair, they're done all the same. They're planted, harvested, and taken to the same places once you've got done. Now, obviously, the standard field prep sort of thing would apply, so you need to plough if you've got that turned on. So plough it every 3 harvests, lime again every 3 harvests. You need to put some lime down, and then also cultivating and doing your fertilizer potentially. Now, if you don't want to do a ton of fertilizer, you could do this. So in the shop menu, under vegetable and vegetable planters, we've got these two here. So we've got the GF400 and the GF800. Now they're going to make ridges in your field, but also if you haven't fertilized already, it's going to give one stage of fertilizer for you. So if you're going down the road of you don't want to put too much chemicals in the ground, yeah, get one of these and then away you go. So our B and B, once it's unfolded, our B and X, turn it on, and then away we go. Oh, making some ridges. Now, you don't have to do this. It's entirely up to you. And I'm going to come back to that in a minute. So, once you've got your ridges done, I've got a section there. And I'm going to leave this as it normally is for our standard field prep. You're going to want to get yourself a seeder. Send the same again into the shop menu under the vegetables and vegetable planters. And you've got these two. So, we've got the Mini Air Nova Ridged. Say that. And then the Mini Air Nova Fold. So obviously you've got the smaller one, the 3 meter, and then you've got the 6 meter. So you go for whichever one you want. And I will say they don't hold a lot of seeds. So maybe you want to get a supplementary seed box on the front of it, just to give you a little bit less time between filling up. So you come to the field, L, B and A, unfold it, and obviously you make sure with L, B and Y you're planting the ones that you want to. So with this you can do your carrots, your parsnips, your red beet, and you can also do spinach as well, which is all right. But for the first row we're going to put your carrots in. So lower it down and turn it on, and we get that message. Yeah, because we're in December and you can't plant these in December. So let's go to the crop menu and then we'll see when we can actually plant this stuff. So all these can be planted in April and then up to June, but with carrots you can also plant them up to July. All right, fair enough, but I want to plant them now. So if you come down to the old game setting menu and we'll come down to the seasonal growth, we'll turn that off and then we can get going. So you just go over the field like that. It's going to put it in, it's going to give it a slightly different texture. Yeah, I mean, you can't really see it that well, mind you, but okay, we'll have a little look on the map. There we are. So we've got a nice orange for the carrots, as you can imagine, and then obviously you're going to carry on over your field. So what I'm also going to do is come to this side of the field as well and just do another little strip, because yeah, you don't need to do the ridges. If you want to just get them done as quick as possible, you just plant them like that. Oh, no problem. All right, so what I'll do, I'll get a strip of carrots done. I'm going to get a strip of parsnips and a strip of red beet, and we'll see you at the end. So we've got our 3 strips done. So we've got the parsnips there, we've got the red beets on there, and then over on the right hand side we got your carrots. Now, to be fair, that's what's going up. And if we go up to the menu, right, doing the carrots, my big old fence, I mean, it's a Fent 1000, it sort of went a little bit wayward towards the top of the map, well, towards the top end of the field. And it seemed to handle it better by not doing the ridges. I'm just saying, it could be me. But all right. Now, obviously, if you've gone for this stage, well, if you've gone for this version without doing the ridges, you may want to put a bit of fertilizer down if you haven't fully prepped. But if you've gone for that version, yeah, you're going to save yourself a run over. But it's entirely up to you. So we need to get a bit of growthage on the go. So month 1, we have got a little bit of variation, actually. So we've got the red beets on this strip. They look a little different. Then we've got the parsnips in the middle. And then, well, to be fair, the carrots look the same at this stage. But okay, on to month 2. So month 2, they've definitely got a bit more bushy. A bit more voluminous. And now we can see a little bit of difference between the parsnips and the carrots. Carrots got like, I don't know, maybe a darker tinge of green to the leaves. And then the parsnips a little bit lighter. Okay, on to month 3. So month 3, again, a bit more growthage, definitely more bushy. Then we come to this side, I mean, they're getting a bit taller, let's face it. I mean, they're not going to get massively tall, because obviously they are, well, root vegetables, so they're grown in the ground. But, okay, we're coming along nicely. So, month 4, and they've definitely all filled out, and they're ready to go. So, the red beets are ready, the parsnips are ready, and the carrots are ready. All right, fair enough. So, what do we need to get these out the ground then? Right, so under the vegetable category and then vegetable harvesters, we've got these options. So we've got the P3CL Profi, the P3K Profi, the GBC, and then the well, the Scrabble word, the ZKIVSE. Now, none of these I would say is the go-to. Yeah, depending on your point of view, depends on maybe which one you want to go for. Now, there is also this box on the end. It's going to hold all your root crops, it's even going to hold your sugar beet and your potatoes. Now, so if you go for, under the harvesters, you go for the P3CL Profi, you're going to want one of those boxes. So we'll go and hook that up like that. We'll then do LB and A, unfold the top lifting harvester. We'll then back it back round to the box. We'll then do LB and B, lower it down. We'll get sort of close enough. And you then get the option on LB and Y, load the box. So it's going to load the box in, then you can harvest, and then away you go. So you have got a 2,000 litre capacity on that box. And then once it's all filled up, you just do LB and Y, LB and up on the D-pad, sorry. And then it's going to unload the box, and then away you go. You also have the option, if you go LB and then buy new boxes, press LB and right on the D-pad. Do you want to buy a new box? Yes, it's going to put a box on straight away for you. Fair enough. Now, I'm going to go and hook up with this one, because I personally think if you're doing it single player and you don't want to use workers, this might be the one. I'm going to see you back down the farm, because there is another option as well. Right, so if you don't want to go for the one that you have the box on, you have got this option, the P3K Profi. Now, yeah, I would say this is probably the worst one out of all of them. I mean, it's got a tiny 0.8 meter working width, so it's going to do one row at a time, and you are going to have to do a bit of carting. So you could potentially set up your worker and then run alongside it, but probably the worst one for doing the old vegetable root crops. Now, the one I've got hooked up to the back now is this one. It's only going to do one row at a time, but it's got a capacity of 5,500 litres, so you are going to be able to do it on your own. So LB and A, unfold it. So it's going to do its whole thing. It's going to push it out to the side like that. There we are. So once it's ready, LB and X to turn it on, LB and B to lower it down, then away you go. So that little thing there, just get it hooked up on that, and then we're now harvesting. Yeah, we're harvesting the old red beet. Is it red beet on this row? Yes, it is, red beet. So obviously you go up and down, and then, you collect whatever. All these harvesters are going to work on whether you're using red beet or whether you're doing parsnips or carrots. They all work the same. So there's no issue with that. So you could go, and do the red beets and then load it into a standard trailer, because standard trailers will take them, or, and go do the next crop and carry on. That sort of thing. But there is potentially another way for you as well. And it's going to be this one, the old DeWolf ZKIVSE. Now, I will say this potentially is a little bit better. It entirely up to you whether you use it or not. I mean, it has got a bigger working width, 3 meters. I say bigger. I mean, 3 meters still small, but at least you can do like 4 rows at once. But the only issue with this is it's got no capacity, so you will need to do some carting. So let's give it a go. We'll unfold it like that. We'll then put the old help menu on. 3 meter working width, yes. Work the headlands, yes. Start with the headlands, okay. So if we set off the worker, we then jump into our tractor, and then we can do a bit of carting whilst they're doing the harvesting. And I don't know why he's starting that far up. I mean, he's missed a bit already, but alright, fair enough. So we'll dear, oh dear, hold on. Maybe we need to raise that up a little. So if we get rid of the worker, we'll then do that one, RB and right stick up and down. There you are. We'll start the harvester off again, we'll jump to our tractor, and then we can be carting whilst he carries on. Obviously you are going to need to match the speed so you can continue harvesting, but we're now doing the carrots. And then once it starts going into the trailer, we're all good. We're harvesting carrots. I mean, it's entirely up to you. Some people like to do it this way. I generally like to do it on my own, so I'd probably go with the previous one we was doing with sugar beets. Yes, it's not going to hold as much as it doing it this way, but you know, it's horses for courses. Obviously, the best thing about this game is you can do it however you want, which is great. Right, so once you've got your crop out of the ground, where do you take it? So first off, obviously you can sell your stuff off. I mean, you got all the usuals, you know, your farmer's market, your grain barge terminals, and so on and so on. Or you could take them over to your horses. Yeah, so if we go into the animal menu there and we go up and we go to the horse there, so that's going to be part of the root crops. So 5%, so maybe not fill up on any one of these three. You know, just give it a little bit of variety. You can also put it into your pigs as well, because let's face it, pigs eat everything. So if we go and check on the pigs there, so again, that's going to be part of your root crop. So 5% going in. Ideally, you wouldn't fill up on carrots, red beets or parsnips, but all right, you do what you want to do. You can then put it in the preserved food factory. So you've got your pallet spawn point just there. Then we'll come around the back and we've got our loading in point just there for you. Then you've got your production chain menu. So in the preserved food factory, obviously it's going to be your preserved food. So we can make, let's scroll down to the ones that are going to use these. Right, so we have got preserved food beetroot, which is red beet, let's face it, preserved food carrots, and then preserved food in your parsnips. So it's going to can them up for you, no problem. And then you don't want to do that and you want to make something a little bit better. You got this, the old soup factory. So loading in point at the front, you got your pallet spawn point down the side, and then at the front there, you got your production chain menu. So you can be able to make carrot soup, parsnip soup, potato soup. Well, we're not doing potatoes, but you know, we can make those, red beet soup, and then your triple soup. Yeah, chuck 3 things into there, make a bit more profit. Alright, fair enough. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the quickest thing to be harvesting. Yeah, the harvesters we've got, they leave a little bit left to be imagined, I must admit. But there's a few different varieties for you to be getting on with.